Welcome to game week 28 of the Fish Sports Marble Race Premier League. We've got 10 massive games here today as the title race hots up and the relegation battle also heats up as well at the bottom. Anyway, we've got for you today Nottingham Forest versus Man City, Brighton versus Fulham, Crystal Palace versus Ipswich Town, Liverpool versus Southampton, Brentford versus Aston Villa, Wolves versus Everton, Chelsea versus Leicester City, Tottenham versus Bournemouth, Man United versus Arsenal, and West Ham versus Newcastle. At the end of game week 27, we had Liverpool and Aston Villa leading the way. Both have played a game more, but Liverpool are a point ahead of Villa, who are then 5 points ahead of Chelsea and 4 further points ahead of Arsenal. At the bottom of the league, Southampton are pretty much cut adrift and already relegated. Leicester City are getting that way now, 7 points adrift of safety, but only 4 points separating 14th to 18th in the league means that it's game on for all those teams at the bottom trying to avoid relegation. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with game week 28. Match 1 of game week 28 sees Nottingham Forest at home to Manchester City. A weird one this one. Nottingham Forest only 3 points off the relegation zone. However, a win here would put them 1 point behind Man City, who are currently kind of right in the mid-table, 4 points off the top spot. 4 points off the top 4, I should say, and just 7 points off the relegation zone. They won't get relegated this season, but for Forest, this is a massive game. Unlikely to beat an 11 marble team in Man City, given that Forest is just 6. This 6 marbles for them was based on last season's form. Clearly this season Forest in real life have been significantly better. Probably will not be a 6 marble team in this next year. But anyway, we go down the course here. Man City, can they push into the top 5 before the season ends? Currently 4 points adrift, as I said, but they are the first teams to play this week, Nottingham Forest and Man City. With Forest looking over their shoulders, just 2 teams between them and the bottom 3 now. Everton 2 points behind them. Bournemouth in the 18th spot right now, 3 points below them. Can they get anything out of this game to claw that gap back? It's 1-0 City, it's 2-0 City. Probably not now at this point. It looks like they're dead and buried in this one, but no real surprise here against Manchester City. This one is a comfortable win for them indeed. This one finishes Nottingham Forest 0, Man City 2. Match 2 of game week 28 is Brighton at home to Fulham. Fulham currently sitting up in 5th spot. A win here would get them 4 points clearly of everyone else below them, although they are only only a second match this week, so they could get caught up, but it would consolidate their place in the top 5 for now with a win here. Brighton mid-table, very much banging mid-table pretty much, 7 points from the relegation zone at the moment, 4 points from the top 5, but a win here would probably get Brighton safe for the season. They're not quite there yet, but they're looking pretty safe to stay up this year by the look of it. Fulham are smashing marbles down this course right now. 3 marbles without any Brighton ones in sight. If they can get across the line here early here, Fulham, and they have with the first marble down. Wow, that's rare on this course to see that happen straight away. Where are Brighton? This one's got some momentum though. Can the one Brighton marble save them? No, because Fulham have followed them through. It's 2-1. Fulham is going to stay that way. This one finishes Brighton 1, Fulham 2. Fulham consolidating their place in the top 5. Match 3 of game week 28 sees Crystal Palace at home to Ipswich Town. Palace currently sitting just below mid-table, 6 points off the relegation zone, but pretty solid at the moment for them. Ipswich Town, with 3 wins in the last 4 games, have propelled themselves currently up to 15th place in the league. They are still only 3 points off the relegation zone though, so a win here would be awesome for them. That would get them well clear and would give them an almightily good chance of staying up in the league this year. However, behind this Ipswich Town marble are a whole heap of Palace marbles, so if this Palace marble has a good run here, we could well have issues for Ipswich. This one could do with getting across the line for Ipswich. It's not going to. I'm going to assume we're going to have a whole heap of Palace marbles following through here, but we've not got that many. Here they come. That one's got loads of momentum. There's 1 through, there's 2 through. This is surely going to be a win for Palace. Now 3-0 Palace. A bit of beating here for Ipswich Town. Not good for their goal difference at all. We're going to have 4 of that can make it. 4-0 Palace. An annihilation here in the end for Palace. This is awesome. Well done to them. This one finishes Crystal Palace 4, Ipswich Town 0. Match 4 of game week 28 sees Liverpool versus Southampton. Liverpool 3 wins in a row, currently top of the league, 1 point ahead of Villa. Have also played 1 game more than the rest of the league. These 2 teams with their midweek game the other week. Southampton have not won a game for 17 weeks now. 17 games without a win for them. They are in awful form. Can they put a spanner in the works of Liverpool, who are very hard pushing for this title right now, or will we get what I expect will happen, a very comfortable Liverpool victory? We shall see though. Anything's possible in this, although with Southampton's atrocious record, I don't know how they've gone 17 games without a win, but they have. Can they blag one here? This course at the bottom is a bit of a lottery. You never quite know what you're going to get from it. It's possible it could go the wrong way and Southampton could get anything out of this game. It's unlikely now because they are just beyond out of form. This takes so long to get down this course as well. They're not going to get anything. It's going to be a low-scoring 1-0 here for Liverpool, but it's a win nonetheless for them, which helps them. This one finishes Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. Liverpool go 4 points clear for the time being. Match 5 of game week 28 sees Brentford at home to Aston Villa. Brentford currently sitting in mid-table. The win here could get them 2 points off 5th to for the time being, while Villa need to win to close that gap back up to Liverpool at the top of the league. Liverpool winning obviously just now against Southampton. Can Villa close the gap back up to just 1 point with victory here? We will see very shortly. But so far, it's looking like the Villa Marbles have got the advantage here as they come down onto the third obstacle. But Brentford have snuck a little lead. If they can get through quickly here, it could put some pressure on. We know the bottom of this course is notoriously tricky to get through. Villa are going to have the larger numbers getting here earlier, I think. If this one flunks it for Brentford, they've got a chance. But these are all the first two efforts were atrocious. There's a couple of decent pacey ones coming out for Villa here. There's one across the line for Villa. They need victory here to keep the pressure on at the top. They really do. They're going to get a second one here. Will that be enough? Can Brentford get back in this game late on? They're not going to. Is that one going to cross the line in time? Ooh! I don't know if they made it or not. We'll have to VAR that one. It's either 2-0 or 3-0 though to Aston Villa. VAR confirms this one just failed to make the line in time. Therefore, this one finishes Brentford 0, Aston Villa 2. Match 6 of Game Week 28 sees Wolves at home to Everton. Both these teams out of form at the moment. Everton with no wins in their last 4. Wolves with no wins in their last 3. However, Wolves currently sitting in 8th spot, looking very healthy towards the top of the league. Everton 1 point off the relegation zone with Bournemouth below them yet to play as well. So if they don't get a good result here, Everton, they could find themselves in the bottom 3 at the end of this game week. They so far seem to find the results when they need in the season and have needed to. Their season form has got worse progressively as it's gone on though. You just see them drop down to where they're currently sitting, which is 1 point out of the relegation zone. But they've got 2 marbles through early here. Either of these guys can get some momentum. They've got a great chance of securing a victory here and getting some much needed. Oh, it nearly did a little hop. So much needed, much needed 3 points. Where are Wolves right now? There's no Wolves marbles at all yet. Here comes the first one. Everton have crossed the line here. Are Everton going to blag their way to victory yet again just when they need it? They seem to do this all too often this season when they need it. There's one Wolves marble coming in. He's pushing Everton marble with it. Disaster for Wolves. Oh, Everton have blagged one just when they need one again. This one finishes Wolves 1, Everton 2. Everton now 4 points clear of the relegation zone for the time being. Match 7 of Game Week 28 sees Chelsea at home to Leicester City. Chelsea very much in the title hunt. Still a win here would get them within the 6 points of Liverpool at the top. However, they will still have a game in hand after this one, with Liverpool and Villa playing each other a midweek the other week. So they've got a game in hand after this one regardless. So can they get themselves within 6 points again with a win here? Leicester in desperate trouble at the bottom now. They're 9 points adrift of safety right now. A win here would get them within 6 points, which is still a big ask with just 10 games left after this one. But can they manage it? Can they get through and cause Chelsea an almighty upset? At this point of the season, Chelsea cannot afford to be dropping points to a 6 marble relegation threatened Leicester City. So a much needed win here for them would keep the pressure on and keep it a 3-horse race. You feel a defeat here is going to make it tricky to catch up. 6 points with just 10 games left is getting tricky. Can they get this one done though? Can they cross the line, get this one over the line? Or will Leicester City cause an issue? Chelsea with the early goal. They need another one, you feel. They've got a second. Now, will that be enough? That should be enough for them. Unless this one puts a little bit of a spanner in the works. Oh, it's 2-1. It's going to be 2-2. Chelsea may have just blown their title hopes in the last 3 seconds of this one. Leicester with a point. It won't do them much good, but it may well ruin Chelsea completely. Match 8 of Game Week 28 sees Tottenham at home to Bournemouth. Tottenham in the bottom half still, only 6 points off the relegation zone, and should Bournemouth win this one, they'll be only 3 points off the relegation zone, so actually quite a big match for Tottenham. Equally, if they win this game, they'll only be 5 points off 5th. So the mid-table in this league is ridiculously close this season, but a surprise defeat for Tottenham would have them looking over their shoulders a little bit. Doubt they'll finish bottom 3, but it will make them a little bit concerned going into the final 10 games or so of this season. But can Bournemouth get some points on the ball? They need some points here. If they can get a win here by some miracle, Bournemouth, the bottom of the table is going to be stupendously close by the end of this week. If they can manage it, can they get down the course? That's the question. There's a lot more Bournemouth marbles behind these first 2 than there are Tottenham marbles right now. Who will get the fortune through this first one though? Tottenham's got a clear run through. No way, that's ridiculous. It's 1-1 though, and now there are a lot more marbles coming down. Can Bournemouth blag one? Is it going to finish a draw? Can Bournemouth steal a surprise victory? No, but it's a point. That's not bad at all for them. This one finishes Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 1. Match 9 of Game Week 28 is a big hit. 9 marble Man United versus 11 marble Arsenal. While Arsenal's chances of winning this title now are incredibly slim already, they are currently 13 points adrift, but they have 2 games in hand, including this one over Liverpool at the top. So 2 wins could still get them back within 7 points. They're not out of it yet, but they have to win this game. Losing this game will almost definitely end their chances of the title this season. So can they blag a victory here against Man United, who are now themselves 7th in the league and with a win here could get themselves just 1 point off 5th spot, which doesn't really mean a great deal to them, but still, it's progress after a very poor start to the season. But Arsenal get 2 marbles down here through this third obstacle pretty quickly. They need an early goal here, you feel. This is not going to be a scrappy one where there's loads of marbles down at the end. Arsenal need to get one across the line. So defeat here, I would say, would completely end their title chances this season. 100% they're gone if they do not win this game. There's no way they can pull it back. And Man United take the lead. Arsenal need an almighty comeback. They cannot find the green zones. It's 2-0 United. This is a mare for Arsenal. United have ruined them again. This time it's going to finish... Oh, I think it was 2-0. We'll double check that though with VAR. This one finishes Man United 2 or 3. Arsenal 0. Arsenal's title challenge, as far as I'm concerned, is done. VAR confirms this one does not cross the line, therefore this one finishes Man United 2, Arsenal 0. Match 10 of Game Week 28 sees West Ham at home to Newcastle. West Ham, who started the season terribly, would see a win here take them joint 6th, albeit their goal difference is a lot worse than Man United, who are currently in 6th. So they'd actually be 7th, but they'd be joint 6th on points at least. Newcastle, still in desperate need of points. They cannot shake off this relegation battle. They are currently 3 points clear of the relegation battle. If they can win this one and get 6 points clear, you'd think they'd be getting very close to being safe, but they cannot get themselves clear enough. Every time they get a bit clear, they get hauled back into it again. Can they get clear here? If they don't win this game, or they lose this game, I should say, they will only be 3 points clear of the relegation battle yet again. While they've got a decent goal difference compared to every other team down there, they still need the points to get themselves across the line. And it's an early goal for West Ham here. Newcastle could be in trouble again. Can they fluke one? They're running out of time to get across the line. Will it drop in time? No! A narrow 1-0 victory here for West Ham. West Ham move up to joint 6th. Newcastle stay just 3 points off the relegation zone. So at the end of Game Week 28, it's Liverpool still leading the way, a point clear of Aston Villa in 2nd, while Chelsea are now 8 points adrift of Liverpool. They've got a game in hand, but dropping points this week late on against Leicester has really cost them in their race for the title. Arsenal as well, slipping up against United, has also really killed off their title. We're at the bottom of the league. We now have 5 teams separated by just 3 points in the relegation battle. Bournemouth currently in that final relegation spot. Can they get out of it? We shall see in future weeks. Leicester, 8 points adrift. Can they make it out with 10 weeks left? Unlikely, but we shall see in due course. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure you smash like on the video. Please hit subscribe if you're new here, and if you are, welcome, and thanks for coming along. And until next week, guys, I hope to see you back very soon for Game Week 29. Thanks for watching this one. Cheers all, bye!